Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you're going to see here is that the futures are trading lower by about 7.5 points at the moment. So a decent little dip, but nothing tragic or anything like that. Just a pretty good little decline. We're nearing the lows of yesterday. We still have not taken that level out, but futures are down about 7.5 points to start the day. Now, just a few minutes ago, we did have some economic data out about the U.S. jobs report from the ADP. ADP reported that the U.S. economy, I believe, added 135,000 new jobs. So that's where we stand at the moment. Whether or not this is significant or how it's going to play out, we'll have to wait and see. But again, ADP job report coming out. It says U.S. added 135 private sector jobs in the month of May. And we'll take it for what it's worth. I'm not sure we want to make too much out of it. You have the actual U.S. Labor Department job report, non-farm payroll report, out on Friday. That's going to be a bigger market mover, at least at the early stage of the session. Today, we were expecting 160,000 jobs added. 135 came in a little bit light, but not a big deal at the moment. But when you consider all things, job growth in this country is still pretty anemic at this stage of the game, where you have stock markets at new all-time highs and things of that nature. But it is what it is. So futures are down about 7.5 points at the moment. Now, one thing I want to talk about today, I'm just going to jump the gun a little bit, is the Japanese market. I think this is probably the most important thing that anyone can follow, and not only the market there, but more so the currency. But first, we're going to look at their stock market, and their stock market last night again fell rather sharply, finishing lower by about 3.25%, down over 400 points. So now this is solidly below the 50 moving average. Now there is still some support right around this 13,000 level. A break here takes us probably down another 1,000 points though. So watch the Japanese market. This is not beneficial for the U.S. market. Also, what I've been saying all along for the last couple weeks is that this currency pair is the most important pair out here, dollar-yen. So when the dollar sells off against the yen, that is a negative sign for the stock market. And you can see this morning the dollar has been declining and the yen is moving higher. When this goes down, it means the dollar is declining against the yen. So it's pretty significant in my book. We'll see where this thing winds up today. But right now, when you look at these markets, you have to think that it's all about the currencies, and the currencies dictate everything out there. So, our traders here at In the Money Stocks, we watch the dollar-yen chart rather closely, and that is, retreating a little bit today, down about 70 cents or 67 cents at the moment. Make it. All right, let's take a look at a few other things out here. You do have some more news to talk about. Apple is in the news. They lost a patent lawsuit against Samsung. The stock is not really getting hit all that badly. Looks like they will have to stop shipment on a few of their products, but again, this is going to be they're going to appeal this, and they're going to look to have another trial, and the president has to get involved in this, and a whole host of other things. So again, it's not really hurting Apple stock today, but that is in the news. So if you watch that, again, Apple stock is really not getting hit too much, even though they lost international trade patent ruling. So that happened yesterday, and they apparently violated a couple patents held by Samsung. So again, this little Samsung-Apple war continues almost on a daily basis. A few other things we want to know about last night, or at least this morning, I should say, is that European economic data continues to be very, very weak. It looks like Eurozone GDP fell 0.2%, and I believe it's down 1.1% for the year. So that's a big negative. There's also a lot of conflict taking place in Turkey. Anybody that wants to follow that could punch up the TKF, which is the Turkish fund, and you'll see, if you just look at a daily chart here, look at how this thing has been crashing as well. So from 20 to 16 in just a matter of a couple days. And this is the Turkish investment fund. So again, Turkey's very, very weak, and you have a lot of problems escalating in Turkey right now, anti-government protests and things of that nature. So more conflict in that region. No real surprise. Then you have Spain and Italy, and just a host of problems there. I think China put some tariffs on French, Italian, and Spanish wine. So there could be more problems there. What can you say? You do have the European markets lower across the board. The German DAX is down about 0.9%. French CAC 40 is down about 1.14%. And the FTSE 100, which is England, the London FTSE, is down about 1.5%. Remember, England can print their own money, but that is getting hit pretty hard this morning. Spain and Italy holding up the best, both down about 0.3%. So we want to watch that. But either way you slice it or dice it, it's not all bells and roses out there for the European markets this morning. Now, we are going to have some more economic data a little bit later today. I believe you're going to have ISM non-manufacturing for May and factory orders for April. Both are due out at around 10 o'clock. So watch for that. I don't know if it's going to be a big market mover. Also, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, 2 p.m., the Beige Book will be released. That's the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee meeting, their statements and what they're thinking. So, again, you have the minutes, and then you have the Beige Book. I don't really know if we should make much out of this, but nonetheless, it will be released at 2 o'clock, and sometimes any hint of quantitative easing leaving the marketplace could cause a little bit of a stir. Any hint of it staying around could lift the markets. As you know, last night I believe one of the Fed governors or Fed members, Dallas President Fisher, said that the economy is on cocaine, is stuck on cocaine, and they're addicted to all this quantitative easing. So he compared it to a cocaine addict, and you have to admit it is pretty amazing to see when quantitative easing just gets mentioned how the market comes back down. So if it is even remotely talked about that they'll pull the stimulus away, how the market does sell off. So we'll see how that plays out. I pretty much, I think, covered a lot here. Let's take a look at the gold market. Gold is up a little bit this morning. Right now we have the gold market trading up around 7 points. So sitting right around $14.04 an ounce. So let's take a look at the GLD this morning. GLD is trading right around the 135.78 level. So you see a little bit of an uptick. Closed at 135.23 yesterday. Silver is also up about 19 cents at the moment. Not that big a deal. And then you have light sweet crude trading up about 50 cents on the session to around $93.81. Let's take a look at the USO. The USO this morning is trading around $33.36. So again, the price of or the action in the U.S. dollar index, especially versus the Japanese yen, will move gold and oil, and we'll just see how that plays out. But if you have it available, I would recommend that you continue to watch this dollar-yen chart. It's a very, very important going forward. I think that's everything I had on my list here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, pretty much that's everything. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see what these markets give us. Right now, futures are down about 5.5 points, making a little bit of a comeback. And you can see here, if you take a look at the dollar-yen chart is starting to creep up. That rallies up a little bit. So will the stock market, in my opinion, right now. You see the market trying to get a little bit of a bid. So we'll leave it there. Again, weakness in Japan. Watch the dollar-yen. That carry trade is probably what's most important out here at the moment. And I'll see everybody on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.